Hey, what's up? This is Dr. Tech here. So, Notability recently said that they're becoming a free app, which we talk about in a minute, and they announced important tweaks and changes, better page manager, bulk actions, subdividers, and templates. With this update, Notability is truly becoming a good note-taking app. Good note? Yes, you guessed it right. With this update, Notability has become more and more like GoodNotes. Let's start with pricing. So the guys at the Ginger Lab said that the Notability is now free. Well, it's not. They moved from a fixed price to a subscription-based app. Before, it was $9.99, one-time purchase, and you owned it for life. Now, it costs $15 a year, which still I think is pretty reasonable, but free? No, that's not true. The free version is just a trial app. Only enough features to just, I think, test your handwriting before buying it. There is no backup, no iCloud sync, and the most important limitation, which makes it pretty impossible to keep using the free version, is limited editing. Now I don't know how this limitation applies, but anything you do in Notability is basically editing. Writing, erasing, typing, undoing. Eventually you will have to buy the subscription. Now let's get to the update itself. And if you've ever used Notability, you know that these were long due. We were waiting for years. So now we have a new page view. Have you ever wanted to check where you are in the file? I mean, how much study you've done and how much is left? Well, with paper, you can see the pages. You can get an idea of how much is done and how much is left. With digital paper though, not so much. And the Notability page view wasn't helping. There was this long list of pages which only had one column. It still looks like that, but now you can expand it to show 4 columns. Trust me, it's still nothing like paper, but better than before, huh? But if you pay close attention, you can see that it's struggling to show the pages and it's pretty stuttery. And you guessed it. This is what we already had in GoodNotes. In fact, GoodNotes does it better and takes it to the next level. Not only it shows you the pages, it shows you the PDF outline. What's the outline, you say? It's simply the book's table of content, but with a hyperlink to the corresponding page. In simple words, you tap on the book's outline and you get to the corresponding chapter. Bulk actions. This is basically managing multiple pages at once. If you want to move or copy multiple pages, well, you can. You can even do more things like rotating the pages or copying the page background. And for the sake of the theme of the video, yes, this is what we had for years in GoodNotes. Do whatever you like, even export the selected pages right from here. The next new feature is incredibly useful. That is dividers inside dividers. Now you can have more than one level of organization. To be exact, Notability allows up to 5 levels of dividers, which is awesome compared to what we previously had. I used to have one divider for each semester, and that was it. I couldn't divide the subjects into smaller parts. Now, I have one divider for each semester, and then if, for example, an analytical chemistry is being taught by 2 professors, I can now have separate spaces for each of them. The second change in the sidebar is more subtle and less visible, but trust me, it is very important. Now, subjects can have the same name. However, there's a catch here. Subjects with the same name can't be in the same divider. In other words, no exact same name is allowed in a given divider. Templates. The last thing that Notability says, and I say says has changed, is support for templates. But to be honest, I see no change here. It was previously called Pages, where you could change the layout of your page. Now it's called Templates, but it does the exact same thing. Change the page template to one of the pre-existing page templates. This is not what we wanted. What users wanted was to create their own templates or use other people's templates. You can still do neither. The last new feature is Notability Gallery. It's not yet available in the app, at least here in Italy where I'm at, but you can find it on their website. It's basically a note sharing platform where everyone can share their notes. It's still pretty limited, and most of them are added by Notability itself. But I think it's a step in the right direction. Notability has a huge number of users around the world. As more people join the community and share their notes, it would eventually become a huge library. Now what all of that tells us, should you buy the yearly subscription? Well, it depends. If you haven't already bought the app prior to this update, and you don't have access to unlimited edits, iCloud sync, and backup, of course you should pay for the subscription. What you have as a free version is a trial app, and that edit limitation won't give you more than a week of editing, unless you plan to study only 1 week a month. Not a bad idea. But if you have already purchased Notability prior to this update, which is 11.0, I would say no. Yes? Well, again, it depends on how expensive $15 is for you, depending on your currency. Don't get it if you can't afford it. You don't need themes, stickers, and planners. You may need the math conversion though. But if you can't afford it, there are nice touches for $15 a year. Hey, that's the price of 1 king burger you can eat all year. I bought it specifically for the planners. Planners are analog versions of a series of apps that we all use digitally nowadays. This planner is your to-do list, your calendar app, your habit tracker, your finance tracker, all in one place, and in an analog form that you can write on with your Apple Pencil. Now I have mixed feelings about this idea. I use separate apps for each of these use cases. Google Calendar, Microsoft To Do, Apple Reminders, but still there are times that I feel the need to handwrite my tasks and not type them. I believe there is a magic tied to handwriting, but just sometimes. Okay, I hope I could help you understand the Notability subscription plan and whether or not you should get it. For the latest videos like this, click up here. See you in the next one. Peace.